Hey everyone, Nicholas, and I want to give you an update. So, look, on phone interviews, we found out a really key piece of information last Monday when we did a live stream and I was giving out these free paid claimer connections to get people connected into EDD, right? So, what's interesting is one of the gentlemen that used a free connection, they got into a tier one rep. And, guys, just real quick, if you don't know what a tier one rep is, these are the first people that pick up the phones when you're able to get through to EDD. However, you're not actually talking to a state employee. You're talking to a subcontractor. You're talking to someone that has potentially a very limited amount of training. They work from home and they have very limited capability of actually changing your claim on the phone, but they can email on your behalf, right? So though there is benefit by talking to these tier one reps. But if you really, really want someone to do some really good work on your claim, and they're hard to get through because there's a big hold time between a tier one and a tier two rep, right? You want to talk to a tier two rep. These tier two reps are actual EDD state employees. These are the folks that actually have the ability to fix your claim on the phone while you're waiting, and then you can actually see the changes that they made on your computer while you're talking to them, right? So there's a benefit there. But just so you're aware, right, you've got to go and reach a tier one rep. Then you need to wait for the hold time between a tier one rep transferring you over to a tier two rep. And we were seeing hold times yesterday of over 3.5 hours. So guys, like, those hold times are serious. If you're going to try and call, you need to commit to the amount of time that's going to be required to potentially reach a tier one or even a tier two rep. But let's get back to these phone interviews, right? So a couple of these folks were looking to get some information on their phone interviews, and so one of the gentlemen used a connection via Claimer, and he got a hold of a tier one rep, and he wrote back into the live stream chat box. He said, "Oh, I'm really bummed. Like, I've been told my phone interview is going to take me 14 weeks, and there's nothing I can do about it." And I said, "Well, look, man, I bought you that Claimer connection. You've got 5 additional free calls within 48 hours. Like, press yes to the text message that they send you and you can talk to another rep." And he's like, "Why do I want to talk to another rep?" And I'm like, "Because you might be able to find someone who knows a little bit more, can give you more information, can potentially transfer you to a tier two agent to, possibly look at your claim and see what's going on with this phone interview." And he said, "All right, sounds good." Meanwhile, I sent another guy a call, right? We're getting him set up on Claimer. And he writes back in the chat box after he gets connected to his tier one agent. He goes, "Hey, I'm on the phone being waiting to connected to a tier two agent. But I just heard from the tier one agent that if you're waiting more than 8 weeks for a phone interview, okay, you need to call in." Now, I don't know if that means they can possibly shorten up the interview time by calling into a tier two rep, but that's pretty important news, right? Now, granted, I don't know if that information is 100% correct, but this information I do know is correct. We had another person that was on the live stream that confirmed that a tier two rep, when they were able to get through, okay, and again, they had to wait through a tier one, get through the transfer time, reach the tier two, the tier two rep was actually able to do what's called just a very basic, like, mini interview. All right, ask them some questions about their particular claim. Found out that was a very simple reason why they originally needed to have the phone interview in the first place. And they removed the pending flag. They removed the phone interview requirement while they were on the phone and got their claim paid, literally over the phone while that person was talking to them. So, guys, like, I can't say this is going to work for every single one of you. And trying to get a tier two agent requires a lot of time, a lot of patience. It requires you to really be able to build a relationship with these agents in terms of, making them feel like you're not just yelling at them and screaming at them, right? Like, you're approaching them with etiquette and your best customer service. And you're asking them how they're doing. Because a lot of them are really tired. A lot of them are really grumpy and burned out. But we now know this for a fact. These phone interviews are not all required to be out, 6 to 13 weeks. If you want to try and do this method, I will be doing another live stream here this upcoming week. Let's try and get you connected into a tier two rep, using a paid service like Claimer. I'm going to do another one here in the next couple days. I'll put out an announcement for that. And let's see if we can verify this absolutely works for a lot of people. But either way, if you want to try it on your own, I'm going to put some demos in the back end of the video, and that shows you how to do it for free. And that little technique works about 50% of the time. And then I'll show you how to use a paid service like Claimer, and that'll show you how to get in and get a guaranteed connection with EDD. We can't guarantee that you actually get an agent on the phone because there are disconnects, but that's why we provide you those 5 callbacks, right? So you can call in as needed to get those callbacks, in case you get disconnected, which sometimes do happen, okay? Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for helping me grow the channel. It's been fantastic. I really love all your comments. Keep them coming, and I look forward to making more with you along the line. So here's a little trick to call someone quickly, although it's still very slow. So dial 833-978-2511, and you'll hit 1 for English. And about 1 minute and 20 seconds later, you're going to hit 132 to navigate through the menu very quickly. 99 times out of 100, they're just going to say thank you for calling. We're too busy to take your call now. And then they're going to hang up on you. Just redial again and again and again. Now you'll always be able to call this number over and over again for free, but I'm going to show you how to use a paid version that helps a lot. All right, guys, so we're going to go to claimer.com. First thing you'll do is enter in your phone number, including the zip code. The next thing is go ahead and select California from the scroll down list. Now that you've done that, press the Call Now button. This next screen is very simple. You'll enter your name, your email, and all of your card information. Press the green Pay button to move on. Now you're going to get a success message. This success message will let you know that you should be receiving a call from 800-300-5616. All right, now that you've received this phone number, answer it and stay on hold. This is your callback from EDD. Do not use their hold feature, all right? They will disconnect you. Stay on the line until an EDD rep picks up.